Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, Aaron Gordon is progressing as a shooter. He said, what I've done is connected my three, my pull-up, and my free throw. They're all the same shot now. I'm going to keep trusting my skill, and eventually it'll all come together. With my motor, I feel like whatever I'm doing out there, I can just keep going and going. Kevin?
Tremendous athleticism. Thanks, D.A. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Magic, third best record here in the early going. And checking out Washington, not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And when I look at Orlando, they haven't needed any time to find their footing this season. The guys gelled right away. The coaching staff has done a terrific job. It's been a dream start to the year for them.
Well, look, they've caught everyone off guard. The question now, how do you keep this going?
And now Washington's starting group. Wall runs the point with Beal at the 2. Bryant is out there with Wagner, and it's Bonga in at the 3 slot. And for the Magic, they've got Vucevic. Terrence Ross is out there with DJ Augustin. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu, and it's Birch in at the 4-man position.
Man, last season was such a tough one for the Wizards. I mean, they lost John Wall to injury midway through. They ended up 11th in the East and out of the playoffs.
Now here is Augustine. And Vucevic kicks to Aminu. Good on the triple.
I mean, Kevin, look at that catch-and-shoot game of Aminu. He is excellent at realizing when to go right up with it.
For so long, C-Webb, the Wizards were looking to get past that second round in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, Kevin, now they might have to recalibrate their team for that. I mean, their team has some glaring holes that a quick fix just can't help. They will need to build from the ground up to get back on track.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic. It's a 3-point game. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
And they dropped the season series to these guys a year ago. Not their proudest moment.
Just 5 on the clock. Ross with a wide open look. No good with the triple. Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to the Spurs. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Look at the precision from Beal. It's just incredible. He loves slashing his way through the D with his ball handle.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Wall against Augustine. To the inside, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Wall against Augustine. Now here's Wall. He's guarded closely. Outside Bryant. Here's Bonga. The three-pointer, no good. Magic have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Aminu, the pass to Augustine. He kicks it to Ross. Jacks up a 3. Here's Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
And Kevin, this is why his teammates respect him. The hustle, the energy. You gotta love it.
Now here's Ross. His last outing, he had 8 points. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. They get it again. Vucevic, and the layup is good. Vucevic has got 6.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
Now here's Wall. He's coming off a 19-point game against Minnesota.
But we got to talk about his D2. 4 steals in the game. I mean, a complete all-around effort for him.
Here's Wagner. 7-point differential. Here's Bryant. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside. His moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Looking at league trends, do you miss the physicality of years past, which was so much a part of the time that you played?
I do, Kev. I do miss the physical game. I miss the bumping, the grinding outside in there in the paint. But I also love the new game and the spacing. You know, you can appreciate the game so much more. It's like going to a ballet and being able to see the movement of the players, what they're doing out here. And so I love the fact it's not hampered by guys getting thrown to the floor and grabbed. Do like the physical play, though. I just want to find a happy medium.
Both free throws good from Augustine.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Down low. Here's Bryant. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
I love that pass. Wall is a classic point guard who makes everyone around him better. When he's missed time, his teams have always suffered.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Now the pass to Vucevic. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
All with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Tries it from 9. Pass to Beal. Ross with the steal. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Ross leading the charge. Snatched up. Wizards trail by 7. Right wing. Here's Bonga. Right side Wall. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. DJ Augustine picks one up.
And give Wall credit. I mean, he's fought through the knee injuries, an elite difference maker out there on the floor.
And John Wall, of course, having to fight back from that torn Achilles, but also is now having to play up to that super max contract he signed.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. And with Wall, no doubt he's a star guard. But with that contract, Greg, comes heavy expectations.
No doubt. And I'd like to see Wall become more proactive, really as a playmaker on offense in the near future. Depending on how he feels after the injuries, he might need to change his style just a bit.
Now here's Ross. He's provided them with some scoring punch and is averaging 13 points a game. And it goes down 2 points.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end. And he's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
Here's Wagner after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. And yes, it's good. Now here is Augustine. Passes it to Ross. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
Wizards making a switch here. Berton is checked in. Free throw drops for Vucevic. And here's Wall. Some good scoring numbers for him right now, averaging 17 points a game. Beal drives in. Back to Wall. Shot clock at 6. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist.
Wall can't be stopped. He's remarkable at maintaining control through shots like this.
Now Augustine. Pass to Ross. Here's Vucevic. The shot is good off the backboard. Vucevic has got 15.
And he's off to a phenomenal start here tonight, guys.
Wall against Augustine. Bertans kicks to Wall. The Wizards working the ball around now. Here's Bertans, 5 to shoot, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Some great ball handling in this game. Chris, we see it all the time. Of all of them, whose crossover impresses you the most right now?
Oh, right now, okay. Man, you got to go out to wherever Kyrie Irving is. First of all, his handles are
great handle, right?
Oh, his handles are sick. Don't forget about Curry, because Curry can shoot so well. Sometimes we sleep on his handles, and John Wall with his speed, it's no way you can stop John Wall coming full speed at you. He can cross you over left and right or right without even blinking, and you'll just be standing still, stuck, not even realizing he laid the ball up past you already. Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
The pass to Ross. Back to Augustine. Shoots the 3. That shot off. And the Wizards now going the other way. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of the game. And they just had so few opportunities. And I think that was their Achilles heel.
And second chance points, just another great indicator of which team won in the hustle department. And tonight, they didn't win that battle.
Here are the Magic now, following the bucket by the Wizards. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
Well, last season we got a glimpse of what a Bradley Beal team looks like as he led the way for the Wizards after Wall went down.
And really, Beal took it upon himself to kind of keep this team moving forward. And it was his best season to date. Career highs in scoring, and also was creating more for his teammates in Wall's absence.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
And, you know, you don't hear a lot of talk about it, but Brad Beal is one of the top shooting guards in our league. The scoring, the playmaking he provides is really right there amongst the elite.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Bamba is checked in for Kem Birch. Gordon comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. Fournier is checked in for Terrence Ross. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. And Beal, about a 25, 5-5 player last season, Greg. Most would agree that that's star-level production.
Those are Hall of Fame-esque numbers. I'd put him up there with Klay Thompson and Jimmy Butler. Fantastic scorer who does it with strong efficiency, and he's only getting better.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards, trailing by 4.
The main thing you get with Bamba, imposing defender, shot blocker, alters everything in the paint.
Fultz, the pass to Fournier. Back to Fultz. Tries again, and it's good on the layup.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Wizards trail by 6. Smith with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Inside. Fades and shoots. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Well, this is what Smith does best, keeping his eyes moving to set up the open man.
Magic leading by 4. Outside Gordon. Here's Fultz. Just could not put it together in that loss to San Antonio. 6 on the shot clock. And Fournier kicks to Fultz. Sinks that one from the post.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Now, here's Thomas. He's coming off a 10-point game against Minnesota. Here's Bertanis. Vucevic with the rebound. Orlando's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Here's Fultz. It's deflected.
And that's a welcome sign for sure. Hachimura demonstrating a willingness to want to improve as a defender. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Nice game. Great performance by Nikola Vucevic.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
Isaac's checked in for Vucevic. And a change for the Wizards. Jordan McRae, he's checked in for Beal. Wizards trail by 5. And here's Smith. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Thomas. Pass to Bertans. And he can't bank that one in.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard. Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Yeah, and this is what you love to see. Both teams going at it, working to get to their spots and cashing in.
Here's Thomas. Following the basket by Evan Fournier. Hachimura. Gordon with the defensive effort.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
The shot's good from Fournier.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Outside Thomas. Passes it to Smith. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And see, Webb, when Ish Smith goes to the rim, he is so deceptive. You just don't know where he'll go.
Yeah, Kevin, and sometimes I feel that Smith doesn't even know where he's going. You know, but he's a crafty player that keeps defenders off balance. With his change of speed, he gets the job done.
That one misses. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Webb, are you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon. What Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. And I got to give my boys in Michigan, I got to give us a little credit, too, with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
1:12 left in the first quarter. Kicks it to Thomas. Pass to Hachimura. Over Gordon. And that one's good. Hachimura.
I mean, he's so unselfish, and he plays with a chip on his shoulder. Thomas loves to keep everybody involved. He knows what it takes to run a great system.
Orlando leading by 6. Now Fournier. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Clock at 6. From deep. Rebound by Smith.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's the lob to the hoop.
That's what you get with Thomas, the IQ, the smarts. It's such a terrific pass.
We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the first. Fournier against Smith. 16 seconds left in the first quarter. Fournier passes to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Outside Thomas. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Orlando out in front. They lead by 6. 2K Sports. Back in a moment from the Amway Center. And being a smaller player is a challenge, but Isaiah Thomas always confident attacking the lane.
I just go in there. I've been doing it since I was a little boy. Like, I've always been the smallest guy out there, but when I get on the court, I feel like I don't see any height. So when I go in there in the paint, I expect myself to score or make a play for somebody else. And then, I mean, it just, other people go crazy about it. I feel like it's normal.
Thomas brings that fearlessness, Greg. He's always played with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and he's got a deep bag of tricks for finishing around bigger players. It's really something to watch.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Magic?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Thomas is out there with Smith. And it's McRae in at the small forward.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect, Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hit over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the Magic broke a 6-season playoff drought. Nick Vucevic was the franchise's first All-Star in 7 seasons. It's been a long rebuild from the Dwight Howard era. We'll see where the team goes from here, but Kevin, they're happy to just be playing games that matter night in and night out.
All right, thank you very much, David. That one rolling around and rims out.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
The Wizards working the ball around now. Here's McRae. Hits the 3-point bomb. McRae has got his first 3 points of the game.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Here's Fultz. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Fournier trying to break loose. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
To the left side wing. Thomas down low, guarded by Fultz. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Smith against Fournier. Rebound, Washington.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
Lob pass to Bryant. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Orlando Magic. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
For the Magic, Ken Burge is checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Ross comes in for Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. Then for the Wizards, Mo Wagner's checked in for Smith. And it's John Wall in for Isaiah Thomas. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Birch. 14 points from him the last game against San Antonio.
And don't leave out his rebounding, Kevin. I mean, he had a big impact in that game with all his effort on the glass.
Yeah, love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Now here's Wall. He's got 5. The pass to Wagner. Back to Wall, all alone. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
I see Wall is so quick. He loves catching the D off guard. If you're not right up on him, he's going to score it quick.
Augustine with it. Got a piece of it. And the slam dunk by Wall.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
Here's Augustine following the bucket by the Wizards. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he didn't.
Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for the Magic. And then for Washington, Bonga's checked in, and Bradley Beal subbed in for McRae. Here's Wagner. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
Now, here's Aminu. It's good. Aminu's got the game tied up here for Orlando.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And the slam dunk by Wall.
Oh, man, so difficult to contain. When Wall is attacking the defense, they're basically at his mercy.
Here's Augustine. Vucevic, he's checked in for Orlando. Now here's Ross. The feed now to Vucevic. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Now here's Beal. He's coming off a 22-point game against Minnesota.
And it was the little things, too. I mean, getting to the line, finding ways to get his points any way possible.
Bryant, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Bryant's got the lead up to 2 now for Washington.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
The Magic have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Pass to Ross. And Wagner pulls it down.
Well, he's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
Well, we've seen that a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And Wall kicks to Beal. Takes the 3. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
and they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
And it's the Magic with the ball. It's a three-point game, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. Birch, the pass to Aminu. Poked away. And here's Augustine. And the shot is good. Birch has got his first points of the night. Left side, Wall. Doesn't go for it. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Here's Augustine. Pass to Birch. He kicks it to Ross. 5 on the clock. For 3.
Just doesn't seem to have it here in the second quarter.
And it's Vucevic missing. Washington's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Beal finds Bryant, throws down the alley-oop slam.
We've seen Beal evolve as a playmaker, including how he spots his open teammates.
The Magic trail by 3. That's tipped. Here's Wall, and Washington again with the bucket. Now Augustine. Pass to Birch. Ross with it, defended by Bryant. And the pass to Augustine. Shot clock at 6. With the floater, Birch. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Birch has got his second basket of the game.
Oh, hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Now here's Beal. 9 points in the game so far. Bryant dishes to Beal. Over Ross. Beal can't get it to go.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
Out to the wing. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. And it's sent back by Bryant. Wizards leading by 3. Here's Beal. Right now he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. The layup off target.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Ross, that's good.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Wall passes to Wagner. Right block shot. Orlando grabs the miss. Birch has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. For 3, Ross. Rebounded by the Wizards. Bonga deciding where to go with it. Beal against Vucevic. Bryant trying to free himself up, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Oh, look, I love the confidence of Beal, but when you work that hard in the offseason and you have a jump shot that wet, I guess it's easy to embrace the punishment.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
Free throw good, Beal. All players look for an edge, Chris. For example, certain guys are just so deceptive with the ball in their hands. I mean, you're always looking for whatever can give you that advantage.
2 of the best. The players and people can complain as much as they want, but Harden getting to the line is genius because he knows how you're guarding him, and basically you got to stay away from him to guard him because he's so skilled. And by the way, Curry does the same thing, and Curry, one of the smaller players in the league, but always finding a way to take the contact, take the bump, but to get the scoring up. And I think as a fan, for me, I know as a fan, for me, it's fun watching the cat and mouse game between the offensive player and the defender, seeing who can get the best of each other while involving the ref.
They just control their bodies so well. They know exactly what they need to do to get that call.
And it's all on the spur of the moment. I mean, this is all on the fly. Such genius to watch play.
Now Thomas following the miss by Evan Fournier from deep.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Aminu misses.
A golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Now here's Beal, 11 points in the game.
And that's his fourth foul, and we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
The Magic have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. No good on the free throw.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9½", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
And Orlando making a change here. Isaac's checked in. Then for the Wizards, Hachimura, he's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Jordan McRae comes in for Beal, and Smith subbed in for John Wall. Greg, you look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach. I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
The Wizards have had 12 attempts at the line, making 8 so far.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. Washington calls timeout.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Wall.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And the second free throw, good. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Orlando Magic. 1:46 left to play in the first half. Bucket is good. Fultz has got 8 points.
With the run he's on in the second quarter, I mean, his field goal percentage is tremendous right now.
And Thomas, here we go. Here's Hachimura. Pass to Bertans. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
The Magic trail by 3. 1:12 left here in the second. Fultz the pass to Vucevic. And here is Isaac. Bertans defending. Here's Vucevic. He dishes it to Bamba. Another shot. That shot is off. And it's Washington the other way. Smith the pass to McRae. Bamba Bamba with the block.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
You just have to manage the clock correctly. You know, sometimes it's easier said than done if you also want to get a good look.
The Magic have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And the Magic making a change here. Gordon's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The sixth pick back in 2017, 6'10" Jonathan Isaac out of Florida State. Greg, what have you seen from him?
Came in somewhat raw, potential as a rangy defender. Offensively, though, still a ways to go.
Here's Hachimura. 8 points for him. Over Gordon, hits the close-range jumper. Hachimura's got 4 points in the quarter.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
The Magic trail by 3. Fournier with the ball. Passes to Isaac. Now Bamba. Now here's Fultz. Puts up a 3, and the last second attempt does not go in for him.
And that's terrific D by Hachimura. He's shown he has the strength and length to match up against almost anyone.
John Wall getting it done for Washington. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate on to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It was a great half of basketball from John Wall. He had 13 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
I love the motion on offense. Guys are moving, the ball is moving. It's a very nice approach to the game, and one the defense absolutely could not keep up with.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
I love it. You know why I love it, Ernie? Because they're getting the ball inside and converting, not just sitting back behind the line shooting threes. See, that's kept the defense scrambling a little bit, not able to lock in on anything. Get it in, we'll kick it back out, then you shoot it.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Vucevic, guys, has been exceptional.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Wizards leading by 3. DJ Augustine out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Vucevic. Then there's Al Farouk Aminu. And it's Birch in at the 4 spot. This is out there for Orlando.
His touch has been off tonight, and now his judgment is off too. I mean, come on. It's not a smart shot.
Vucevic dishes to Augustine. Trying to find Ross and gets it to him. Wall with some nice defense. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Washington. Pass to Bonga. Nice move. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Vucevic. Ross against Wall. Ross kicks to Aminu. Here's Birch. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Ross. Rebound by the Wizards. Wagner's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Augustine against Beal. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Beal's got the lead up to 5 now for the Wizards. And here's Augustine. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Wednesday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers.
And that one against the Pistons. I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick'em game, depending on how they play.
90 seconds now into the second half. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Wall passes to Beal. 6 on the shot clock. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Here's Ross. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on John Wall. The Magic have shot 6 or 7 at the line.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Ross. Ryan is checked in for Bertens. He's perfect from the line this time. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Wall against Augustine. And there's the pass to Bonga. Pass to Wall. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Some nights Wall just goes on a tear. I mean, no matter what you throw at him, he finds a way to adjust and makes plays.
The Magic trail by 5. Three-pointer Augustine. But they'll get another chance.
Well, that's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
For Orlando, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Vucevic. And both free throws good for Vucevic.
Well, Coach Scott Brooks has seen success in the past. Respected coach who has won Coach of the Year, but the heat is on in Washington.
Yeah, he hasn't had great luck here with the Wizards. I mean, new management this year might be evaluating him. I mean, he could be a make-or-break season for Brooks. It's only a matter of time until his three-point shot comes back to him. I mean, he knocked down 2 threes before halftime. Nothing so far here in the second.
The Magic trail by 3. Augustine passes to Ross. And here's Vucevic. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. The Wizards have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Wall dishes to Bryant. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic is... Here's Ross. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Ross has got his third basket of the night right there. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. They lead by 1. Passes it to Wall. Here's Wagner. Bryant passes to Bonga. 6 to shoot. That shot, no good. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. For the lead, that's good from Augustine. The assist from Ross. And the Magic lead by 1. Washington's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Augustine against Wall. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Look, you got to respect Wall's game. He's remarkable at driving inside, even when the D is draped all over him.
So it's Orlando now. Now Augustine. Ross with it. Now here's Vucevic. Back to Ross. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A moment now to see the numbers for Bryant. 11th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And trying to muscle up shots against him is tough. His body type makes it supremely difficult. Just a dominant rim protector all season. And he knocks down the first one. Gordon's checked in for Ken Birch. And both free throws good for Ross. Washington trailing. Wall taking his time here. Pass to Bonga. Bryant with it. Down low. Fade away. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful. But he doesn't have a clear path to the hoop, so why not? I mean, pull up and bury the 3 in transition.
And the Wizards with possession. Magic knocking down the tray. The pass to Beal. Now here's Bryant. Shoots over Vucevic. Bryant can't get it to go.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Here's Orlando now. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Deep 2 from Ross. Washington with the rebound. Here's Beal. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got his 5th assist in this one.
Oh, Beal is graceful on the drive. Clever at finding ways around the defense.
Orlando leading. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
Well, John Wall coming back after that Achilles injury he suffered in the start of 2019. It's been a long road to recovery for him, and I know just how much he misses playing every day.
Orlando making some changes. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Aminu. Fournier comes in for Terrence Ross. And it's Fulton for Augustine. Hachimura, he's checked in for the Wizards. Smith comes in for Bradley Beal. It's stolen by Bryant. And here we go. Washington fast break. The putback. Wagner passes to Wall. Smith wide open. He fires. No good from outside.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
Washington has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. And he uses the glass on the layup. Smith's got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
The cleverness of Smith showing itself once again. Terrific at getting into the heart of the D and then cashing in.
And C. Webb, as we know, with Wall, he made the most of his time missed by finishing his degree.
Yeah, Wall was able to take the classes he needed to complete his bachelor's degree from Kentucky. I'm sure he would have preferred to play instead, but he saw an opportunity with his education and made the most of it.
So it's the Wizards now after the Magic pick up 2. Ryan in the post. Vucevic on him. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Bamba. And while we have a chance, here are the teams that have swatted away the most shots this season. The Wizards 5th.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
That's an unforced error that will drive a coach crazy. You got to play heads up out there.
Isaac's checked in for the Magic. Fultz looking around. Fournier with the ball. Now Smith defending. In the corner, it's Gordon. Misses the 3. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Washington. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Fultz. He's got 8. Outside Fournier. Looking to end his cold spell, and the layup is up and in. Fournier's got 6 points.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And here's Wall. 19 points in the game. Here's Wagner. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And finished off by Fultz.
Superb at switching gears at a moment's notice. Fultz is flat out awesome at driving inside.
Wizards trail by 4. Wall passes to Bryant. Bamba with the block. Now Fultz. 10 points for him. Isaac misses. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Bryant. Bamba with the block. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
And sort of known for that crazy length, Bamba's also extremely bright. Got offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Fultz. And then for Washington, Davis Bertans checks in for Thomas Bryant. McRae has come in for Mo Wagner. And Isaiah Thomas subbed in for John Wall. Here's Hachimura. 10 points for him. Shoots over Isaac. That misses off the backboard. Here's Fournier from down in the low post. It goes. Fournier's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Thomas with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Augustine. Here's Bamba. And the shot goes down. Bamba's got the lead up to 9 now for Orlando.
Yeah, and this is something Bamba does so well. Unbelievable recognition and timing to come up with offensive rebounds.
Now, here's Thomas. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line. And the Wizards making a change here. Ryan's checked in.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game, Aaron Gordon, still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower pace system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
Washington calls timeout.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
Now, here's Thomas. Pass to Smith. Bryant against Bamba. And Bryant kicks to Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And another miss by Washington.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers.
And Isaac has proven to be more than capable with his mid-range jump shot. He keeps it up high in the air so the defense doesn't really have a chance to disrupt his rhythm.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And we all know how rough things have been for Thomas the last few seasons, Greg, battling injuries and trying to find the right situation for his talents.
And the injuries have clearly taken their toll on Thomas. A lot of things need to go right for you to be a star player at his size, and lately that just hasn't been the case.
That free throw, no good.
I mean, if you watch IT, Kevin, I mean, he's fearless. He plays with tempo, always attacking. That's why he shot a lot of free throws over the course of his career.
There's 1:17 left to play in the third. Augustine passes to Fournier. Now Gordon. Rebound by Smith. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. Left side, Bryant. Outside, Thomas. Baseline J on the way. It's hauled in by the Magic. Bamba's got 8 rebounds in this game. Fournier passes to Gordon. And the basket is good. Gordon's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Now, here's Bryant. He's got 12.
A scoreless quarter for him. I mean, you can see by his body language that he's getting discouraged.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Hachimura comes in for Bryant. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Jordan McRae. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Evan Fournier.
Oh, he can get into the lane at will, and he does. Thomas, an expert at drawing some contact.
And he's good on the 2nd. And Orlando has possession. 15-point game. Now, here's Fournier. He's got 8. From deep 3-point range, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Orlando. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. Back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. 4th quarter on the court for the Wizards. Smith is out there with Thomas. Then there's Davis Bertans. Then there's Bradley Beal, and it's Wagner in at center.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, Beal is so strong. He takes contact well. He's phenomenal at getting the D to whack him when he's trying to shoot the ball.
And Orlando making a change here. Birch is checked in. And both free throws good for Beal. Magic leading by 15. Outside Gordon. Pass to Birch. Outside Fournier. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's Augustine. That 3 off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And it's blocked by Gordon. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And Washington making a change here. Bonga's checked in. To the inside, Fournier. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Bradley Beal picks one up, and that one misses. He hits the 2nd from the line. Here's Beal. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Pass to Bonga. Bertans with the ball. Shoots a fader, and he gets the bucket.
He must have a real good feel for the fadeaway. I mean, he uses it even when no one's on him.
Magic leading by 14. Augustine looking around. The dish to Bamba. No good on that one. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Thomas's shot is off. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for the Magic. Terrence Ross comes in for DJ Augustine. Ross dishes to Fournier. Puts it up from 15. Almost, but it rolls out.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Got a hand on it.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Vucevic checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Wizards trail by 14. Thomas passes to Wagner. Here's Bonga. Vucevic defending. The Wizards with another miss. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for Orlando. 17 points was their biggest margin. No good from Ross.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
It's stolen by Aminu. Only 1 man back on D. Moving it up. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And so Washington again turning it over.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
John Wall's checked in for the Wizards. Here's Ross, and Ross with the slam.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Slammed home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for 1 more.
Well, this shows Wall's leadership. One of the top assist guys in the league year after year after year.
Orlando leading by 15. It's stolen by Wall. And Wall with the slam.
Wall is a tenacious warrior. He's a high-flying dunking machine, especially off the drive thanks to his leaping ability.
Orlando's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Up top, Fournier, covered by Wall. And Vucevic kicks to Ross. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Fournier gets a wide open look. Off target from outside. Wizards trail by 13. It's Wall with the drive. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Wall's got 23 points.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And here's Fournier. And the pass to Vucevic. Birch the pass to Vucevic. The second chance effort, and that's 2 points on the layup. 27 points for him.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Oh, that's just the mentality you have to have. Not wanting to give the opposition any hope of clawing back into this.
First free throw is good. He doesn't get the second one. Magic leading by 12. Inside, here's Ross, and Ross with the slam.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. It's Wall with the drive. Here's Wagner, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wagner's got 5 points now this quarter.
I mean, like the kick out there, recognizing there's more room outside than inside.
For Orlando, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Outside Fournier. Pass to Ross. This one for 3. Bonga pulls it in.
His three-point game hasn't been there for him today, but don't sleep on him. At any moment, he could get his touch back.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And the NBA is seeming to be at the crossroads of sports and fashion and crisp music. Do you think it's always been
Kevin.
this interwoven?
Oh, Kevin, please. You see the outfits they're wearing now? Now I got to be like the old fuddy-duddy, the old guy. Oh, my goodness. Guys are basically coming into the game like, did you turn on the lights before you got dressed in your closet? I mean, I know it's fashion. I'm not speaking about any one guy, but wow. I'm telling you, they've taken fashion to another level. And even though I joke about it, it's always fun anticipating what type of outfit I'm going to see guys walk in. Especially, I mean, come on. I love their games, and then I look and I say, wow. They have to be confident on the court because they wore that to the game. They're confident in life all around.
Overall, right.
Yeah.
Now here is Augustine. And Wagner pulls it down. Wagner's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Pretty early to be over the limit. That foul situation is something we want to keep an eye on.
That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. They led by as many as 18 points.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
Here's Wagner. Good on the shot. Now Augustine. Passes it to Vucevic. But they recover it.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
The first free throw is good. So he picks up just one from the line that time. Here's Beal, and he converts the layup. Beal's got 4 this quarter.
I like how Beal mixes up his scoring. I mean, he's capable of finishing when he's got this kind of position.
Here's Augustine. Looking to get back on track here. It's Beal on the wing, and finished off by Beal.
Man, it's hard. It's so hard for defenders to keep up with Beal. He has good quickness and speed for his position.
Magic leading by 6. Augustine passes to Aminu. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Ross. The shot that time not on target. And the Wizards now going the other way. Here's Bonga. He's covered by Aminu. Pass to Wagner. Back to Beal. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots a 3. Bonga, no good.
Hate to say it, he's dragging them down. Not a single bucket this game.
Bertans grabs the board. Bertans got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 13 rebounds. And for the Magic, they're shooting 32% in the fourth, perhaps looking a bit tired. Augustine passes to Ross. Vucevic down low. Over Wagner. That one wide left. Wizards trail by 4. Low block shot on the way. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming.
Shooting 2.
A free throw drops for Augustine. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Wizards trail by 6. Wall passes to Wagner. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 9 assists now tonight.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Vucevic.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford had to say to his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Free throw drops for Vucevic. Wizards trail by 7. Wall draws the double. Bonga the pass to Bertens. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now the pass to Vucevic. Here's Ross. Feeds to Vucevic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
And the first one at the line is good. Second free throw, no good.
A good sign that he's getting to the line a lot here in the second half, putting pressure on the deep.
And that one, good.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give them much of anything in the first half.
Now here's Wall. Pass to Bonga. Over Aminu. Bonga, no good.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
And Aminu kicks to Ross. Clock at 6. Here's Augustine. And he lays it straight in. And now it's a 9-point Magic lead.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Here's Wall. Augustine grabs the board. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. Ross on the wing. Augustine with it. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. That's in. Augustine with the assist. 33 points for Vucevic.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Good on the first, and that brings them to within 10. And so Wall nails both of them. Magic leading by 9. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter of this one. To the inside. Here's Vucevic. Good. Vucevic has got 14 points here in the second half. 1:29 left in the fourth. Wall against Augustine. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. He drops the first one, and that brings them to within 10. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
They'll take it even with the miss. Anything they can do to cut into the lead.
Ross against Beal. Passes it to Augustine. Shot clock at 5. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in. And the Magic lead by 12.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Orlando.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Vucevic.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
Now here is Augustine. Pass to Birch. Got a piece of it. Here's Bonga. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And so it's Orlando winning this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Nick, great win tonight. Good performance by you. How surprising is it that you contributed to the game in so many ways?
I mean, I wouldn't say it surprised me. I always knew I could play at this level, but I just play hard, just play hard and get things happen. I don't try to force anything. I just let the game come to me, and I play hard. Rebounds, like I said, it's a lot about effort. That's what I can do every night, and points are gonna come some nights. Sometimes they won't. But just take what I get and just keep playing.
Well, you did it all over the floor tonight, Nick. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.